G'day, welcome to Wora 4x4. Today we're exploring a theory. How can this flag stop you from boiling your motor? So stay tuned for a little bit more. Okay, so you may be wondering to yourself, how can a flag potentially stop your motor from boiling over or causing damage? Well, it's quite simple. Some four-wheel drivers and, well, car drivers are not really focused on what the vehicle is doing. They're more focused on what terrain they're driving over, which makes sense because you don't want to hit any sharp rocks or anything like that with your tyres. But just occasionally, I have noticed in previous experiences that this sort of tendency of not watching your gauges on driving will actually result in potential engine damage. So you're cruising along down the coast, you're watching for obstacles, all of a sudden your engine starts heating up and you're not aware of it, and before you know it, you've got a busted radiator or a hose or something. That's happened many times. Anyway, so what's the flag got to do with that? Well, the flag itself actually monitors the airflow outside the vehicle, so you can constantly keep an eye on what the air is doing. Now this may sound a little bit funny because the air is, well, always moving. You're driving and you've got a constant airflow, but not as much as you think. See, just what happens when we turn the vehicle around here at 40 kilometers an hour, you'll suddenly see that we have a direct wind flow flowing into the radiator. The flag is going mental. As soon as we turn around, watch that. You see that? That flag has actually dropped dead, or at least pretty well, it's not moving. Which that indicates that at 40 kilometers an hour, you are traveling the same speed as the air, and therefore no air is cooling down your radiator, cooling your coolant, cooling your engine. That's how people get tricked, and that's how your engine gets hot. The moral of the story is, it's not compulsory to run a flag down here around Beachport, South Australia, around that general area. It's not compulsory, but it is recommended. Also, flags are also good for monitoring your engine's temperature, watching the airflow into your engine, and that's mainly the reason why I ran a flag on the old Subaru, because that thing, on hard driving, hot day, it would get hot real quick, and as soon as I'd see that flag drop, I'd be like, right, temperature gauge, override fans on, turn her around, let her cool down. The old girl had a little bit of a bee under her bonnet, and that was actually the case. Because the Subaru motors are actually completely aluminium. And of course you do not want to warp or get an aluminium motor hot at all. So, and most modern vehicles have an alloy motor, if not an alloy head, like some diesels. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes, even when you're out bush on a hot day, put your flag up. People might think you're silly, but there's actually a good reason behind it. It monitors your airflow. And I've been caught out by this many times. So during this hot summer, I'm going to be running my flag a lot more often, just to make sure that my little gauge outside the car is telling me to watch my gauge inside the car. Thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you next time on Wora 4x4. If you like this video and you want to see more, have a think about hitting like and subscribe at the bottom of this video. All you guys' support really means a lot to us, and we strive to make better quality videos in the future to bring to the table. So if you like the sound of that and you like the sound of what we're talking about, please hit like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers guys.